What's up? What's up? Here we go. Oh. See if we get anybody. See if we can set this thing up. How many addresses should I? Free with prompt screen. What's up? Hey, how y'all doing, man? Sorry I had to do this thing early today. Had to do this thing early. Got family coming into town. They wanted to eat. They wanted to eat at they wanted to go out to eat at like 6. So I know I got family coming to town from like Louisiana and stuff. So they want to eat at like 6, and I'm gonna try to catch them. So I had to go ahead and do this ahead of time. So I'll probably be on here till like, I mean they coming, but they're gonna be close to me. So I'll probably stay on here as long as I can, close as I can get to 6. So let's do it, man. I had somebody leave me a question in my messages. Oh yeah, I should have sent out all the, like, if anybody asked for the VA list, I should have sent it to you. I got a list of VAs. It should be like 70 VA emails. Virtual assistants. These virtual assistants will make calls for y'all. They'll text people for y'all and stuff like that. And they're pretty affordable. You can pay them whatever you want, If you want to pay them $2 an hour or $3 an hour or, $4 an hour, you can pay the VAs whatever you want. Tell them how many hours they can work. So you can pay them $3 an hour for 15 hours a week. That's what, 45. That's $45 a week to start bringing in leads. Get on your call tools or get on your text line and start texting people for you. So, if you're interested in VA, shoot me your email and my DM, and I'll shoot you my list of VAs. Like it'd be like a spreadsheet or whatever. I had a list before. That's why I was slow getting it to y'all, because I had a list and I shared it, but somebody went in there and deleted it. Or they I don't know what they did, but I went and just recreated the list and it got more on there now. So if you're looking for a VA or might be interested in a VA or may be interested in a VA anytime soon, just hit me up and I'll share a list of VAs, or whatever. And you could just send out, an announcement about job openings. And what I'll do is I'll go back, today or tomorrow, and on that spreadsheet, I'll put off to the side the announcement that I use, for job openings. Any new deals? Yes, I got a new deal, dude. Got a new deal. It just popped up. It was like an old lead that came back out of nowhere. It was like a dude that couldn't get tenants out of his property, so we couldn't do the deal like back in like November. And now he hit me up. Was like, hey, I just went to court and the tenants got to get out in 7 days. I want to go ahead and sign the contract. So by the 7th day, when they get out, we can go ahead and close. I say, okay, great. Bam. Sent the contract over to him, signed that thing, got it over to the buyer. They were ready to go. And that's going to be a little 8K deal, baby. A little 8K in 7 days. 7 days, give me 8K. Let's go. So that's a new deal. Like I was telling y'all the other day, I just helped my buddy that was in Afghanistan for like the last year or so. Well, he been in Afghanistan for a while. So my guy who been in Afghanistan, he came back and I just helped him close his first deal, picked his check. I picked his check up on Friday because basically he did the whole thing through my company. So I'm kind of just teaching him the ropes, and he was able to close a 13K deal. So, well, 12 was like 12.6 or 12.4 or something like that. So it's pretty good. So the pipeline's still coming. So how current is prop screen? I found a lot of old. Yeah, it's a lot of old data, but prop screen is good, man. That's why I'm living right now. So I get my stuff from prop screen. It's bringing me deals, so I have nothing to complain about. But yeah, I want to get into the y'all just keep asking me questions, whatever, and I'll answer them. Let me scroll back up, see if I missed anything. But yeah, man, the biggest thing I've been, and I'll talk to y'all. What's up, Thad? Hey, Thad is the guy, man. That's my guy. Glad he checking in. But anyways, trying to get Thad in on this line so he can tell y'all how he closed his first deal. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do like a podcast with him, so he can tell a story about how he got from Afghanistan back to the States and closed his first wholesale deal. So, but he's rolling now, man. He's bringing in leads. He's locking stuff up under contract, so he's gonna have a lot of deals coming up. So, excited for him. But anyways, so I told y'all like about a lot of books I had been reading, and I posted it on IG. It's like mindset over skill set. It's like you really don't have to have you really don't have to have a lot of skills to get into this wholesale game, man. You got to have mindset. You got to have the right mindset to be successful in this wholesaling game. That's just like my guy Thad. His mindset is go, 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 go. And that's the mindset you gotta have. And you gotta have the mindset of an entrepreneur. It's like, knowing that I'm gonna put in work, I'm gonna put in money, and I know that the work that I'm putting in is gonna produce deals. You just have to have that mindset. You have to have that belief. Obviously, all these people out here are wholesaling, so that's proof of concept, right? And now that Thad has got that $12,000 check, that's even more proof of concept. You get one check, you get, like when I picked up that 30K check, that's all I need to know. So now I'm all in. I'm getting stuff. I'm steady spending money to make more money, right? And I'm not spending a lot of money. And I want to get to this, what this person asked me about the different costs of everything. So I'm kind of looking to the side to see the question. It was asking me, how many addresses should I pull each month? So each month, I think you should probably pull between like 5,000 to 7,000. I mean, if you starting out, you really ain't got to pull that much. If you just starting out, you probably need to pull and skip probably about 2,000 to 3,000 a month. If you just starting out, you probably gonna pull and skip that much. That's probably gonna cost you. I would think that's probably gonna cost you probably about $300 to skip, maybe close to $300 to skip. That list of 2,000 leads, and it probably won't be 2,000 each month. If you start out, if you just hit like one or two counties, you'll start hitting lists and stuff. You hit about 2,000 that first month. You're not gonna have to skip that many every month, right? But anyway, so if you hit that first, and then she asks, cost per month skip tracing, yeah, about $300 a month for skip tracing that first month. Now the next month is gonna go down. But the thing is, you just want to keep skipping and keep contacting people, right? You want to keep skipping and keep contacting. You see you running short on people to contact, you either need to go back and make sure you followed up with everybody. And you need to make sure that you, once you followed up with everybody, then you need to go and buy more leads, right? And skip trace more leads. So in this wholesaling game, man, the lifeblood of your business is pulling lists and skip tracing. You got to keep marketing, right? If you could stay consistent with your marketing, then you're going to get deals, right? This business is a marketing basically business. The more that you market and the more that you stay consistent at marketing, you're going to get deals. That's what I mean. People talking about this list. You see all these people talking, oh, this is the best list. That's the best list. It ain't no best list. The best list is the list that you continue to text. The best list is the list that you continue to call. And the best list is the list that you continue to just contact. However you're going to contact them, just continue to contact. Continue to make contact. And if you keep making contact, the deal will come, right? The deals will come. That's why I say just stay consistent, man. That's the biggest thing. And do whatever you can to stay consistent, right? You may not, don't put yourself in a position where you're only going to be able to, you're only going to be able to do it for 1 month. You can't try something for 1 month and be like, oh, that don't work, right? You got to be able to put yourself, don't spend so much money that you're not going to be able to stay consistent. Do something where you're going to be able to stay consistent and continue to text and call those same people. like I said, that dude that I just got a deal off of, he was from like back in November. And I just kept texting, following up, calling, following up, checking on him, see when he was going to be able to get the people out or whatever, and letting them know, hey, look, when you're ready, man, we're going to be right here. We'll be ready to buy. So that was the biggest thing. And like I said, y'all got questions, man, hit me up right there in the comments, and I'll answer any questions y'all got. She also said, like, what's the cost per month for $1? Like call tools. So call tools cost $100 a month. If you're looking to jump on call tools is $100 a month. You can get you $1 where you can call people, and what it do is an automated dollar. So you can be calling 3 to 10 people at the same time, and then one of them pick up. Boop! Now you're on the phone with them. The screen will pop up that'll give you all the information, so you'll be able to see it's John. He has a house on 123 Apple Street in Somerville, South Carolina, right? So, bam, you'll be able to pull them up and see. And that's call tools, and that's $100 a month. So when you're trying to put some in the contract, it doesn't matter how much rehab is needed. Just trying to get it under contract for the lowest value. Well, what I do, I really don't worry about the rehab that's needed, mainly because I don't worry about the rehab, mainly because I look at what other properties in the area are selling for cash, right? So what are other as-is properties selling for? So if they want to sell for 140, it's a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,200 square feet. I'm going to look, okay, is there any other 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,200 square feet that has sold, right? And if it's sold as is, how much they sell it for? And then bam, that's what I'm looking for. And then what I do is, before I even put them on the contract, I have a buyer in the wing, right? When I say a buyer in the wing, I have a buyer that I can hit up and just be like, hey, look, I got this property at this address. You're familiar with the area. How much would I need to have it for? Or I can just shoot them a price. So if they wanted to sell it at 140, I can shoot it to the buyer and say, hey, look, 155, and get his feedback. He was like, nah, man, I can't do it at 155. I would need to have something like this at 140. Well, the buyer say 140 and the seller want 140. I got to talk the seller down. I got to talk the buyer up, right? So that's what I've been doing lately. Just getting the buyer, just sending it to my buyers and telling them a price, and then get their feedback. And once I get their feedback, bam, I know what to do. So if I would send it to the buyer and I told the buyer 155, and the buyer said, yeah, we good at 155, then bam, I know, go ahead and send the contract, lock it up. It's, we probably got ourselves a deal. We got to get out there and look at it. So I put myself like 15 days due diligence, whatever. And then bam, we on to the next one, man. So yeah, that's kind of how I do that. I really don't look at rehab costs. And I do kind of use it, like when I'm negotiating, be like, hey, look, we're going to do this much rehab, so we're going to need the property at this much. So, but I really don't have to calculate rehab costs, right? I look at what other properties sold for as is, and I get the numbers to my buyers, and the buyer will let me know what they willing to pay for it or whatever. So, bam, that's kind of how I do it. The other thing that this person said in this question was, I think the last thing she was saying was the cost per month for the Philippine cold callers. So my cost per month, I usually have them calling. This is what I've been doing. I've been doing $3 an hour for 30 hours. So that's $360 a month. But that's me. I was doing like about 1 or 2 deals a month. So I was able to pay that $360, whatever a month. But now I'm trying to move up, and I'm trying to build and expand. So now I'm trying to get 2 cold callers, right? So I can build and grow my wholesaling business with 2 cold callers. That's constantly calling people and constantly bringing in leads. I'm even trying to hire somebody, and I'm looking for somebody that can be like an acquisition manager / lead manager that can basically when the cold caller bring leads in, can call that person right back and then kind of go through and talk to that person, see if that person's motivated to sell, see if we can get them on a contract, see if we can set up an appointment to go out there and view the property and stuff like that. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for like an American person to be like a lead manager or acquisition manager that can call people back that's interested in selling and go out to see the property if they need to and get people under contract and stuff like that. So I'm really looking for somebody in America that's good at that can jump on the phone, that's hungry, that want to lock up deals and get deals done and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at now, as far as stuff like that. As far as hiring people, I think the last thing she says, anything else, nah. But that's kind of my business, man. I have a VA. I have VAs that cold call. I text. Those leads go into Podio, one system. We call those leads back, follow up with them, see if they're interested in selling. If they're interested in selling, we try to figure out how much do they want. We get it over to our buyers at a higher price and see if they're interested in buying. If they're not interested in buying at that price, we ask them, how much what price would you need it at? Once they tell us what price we need it at, now we go back to the seller and we negotiate back and forth, right? And we let them know how much we can buy it at. And then we go back to the buyer and let them know, right? We may go out to the property and take pictures and bring it back to the buyer and say, hey, look, based on these pictures, can you buy it for more, right? So, bam, that's kind of how we do it. We go back and forth, trying to negotiate and get the price down on the seller side, price up on the buyer side, and create that spread what we can take home. So it's a blind HUD, same as double closing. So in some cases, certain most title companies or attorney's office will do a blind HUD to where the seller won't know. Usually that's with assignments. Usually blind HUDs is with assignments where the seller won't know that there's an assignment fee, that the buyer is paying an assignment fee, right? So usually with when you assign a contract, the seller is the property owner that you dealt with, and the buyer on the HUD is the buyer, the end buyer, and the seller can see that end buyer's name, right? So sometimes that seller may question and be like, who is that? I don't know who that is, right? But some sellers don't even care. They worry about getting their money, right? But the thing is, then they'll look down there and see that there's an assignment fee written out to, it may be written out to Chris, right? $15,000 assignment fee to Chris. And now the seller may be thinking, oh, Chris is the guy I dealt with, and Chris is getting $15,000. And that may become a problem if Chris getting $15,000 and the seller only making $20,000, right? Or they may be making less than what Chris taking home. So that may be a problem if the title company or attorney's office don't do the blind HUD. And the blind HUD, the assignment fee don't show up, right? And the seller's not able to see that part of the deal. So it all depends on your title company, man, and what they do. Double closing, though, the seller ain't gonna see nothing, right? Because the seller is only gonna see that they're gonna see Chris' name, that he buying the property, and they're gonna see that you paying all the stuff you're supposed to pay and stuff like that. And that's all they see. They don't see the end buyer side or none of that. And the end buyer side is where you get your money, right? So that's kind of why I say I like double closings. I do like assignment contracts because it's just your straight up money, right? And you ain't got to worry about none of that other stuff. You ain't got to worry about, paying any fees and none of that stuff. It's just straight up your money. So if it's $15K, it's $15K. It's not going to turn into $14K or $13,500 or whatever that is. So that's kind of why I like the assignment fee. But that's only if you got like a cool, like the seller, the seller ain't gonna trip, the buyer ain't gonna trip, assignment fee, bam, and roll with it. So great info. I just recently locked one up like that. That's cool, man. That's what's up, man. You gotta lock them up and close them up and bring the bag home. So how soon can you send your contracts to the title company after the seller sign? So what I do is I get the seller to sign, but I usually already got my buyer almost on the hook. So I already agreed to a price with my buyer. I get the seller to sign, then I send the buyer contract, get the buyer to sign. But I want my buyer and seller sign before I send in the contract, right? So I want the buyer sign, I want the seller sign, and I send in the contract, and then that's it. It's kind of how I do it. I send in the contracts and I send in the buyers and seller information. So how soon do you send? Oh, no. How much has your business increased since hiring the VAs? Also, how long does the hiring process take? Well, I hired a VA like in October. So my business picked up. Then I could tell like I was closing deals and stuff like that. She brought me deals and she was bringing me leads and I closed some deals, stuff like that. But I've had only one VA most of the time I've been wholesaling. So I just now getting another VA. So I'm just now getting two VAs. So I couldn't tell you how much has increased. Now I can tell you when I found more buyers, my business increased, right? Because now I got just more buyers. Like this, I found more people out there, people that's willing to buy property at a higher cost, right? So the more buyers you find, the more your business is going to increase because they're going to be willing to buy different type of properties and they're going to be willing to buy at a higher price, right? You're going to find different people that'll buy at different prices. And that helped increase my business more than anything else. So I'm going to see how this VA help, but over the time span of my wholesaling, the buyers really has expanded my business more than anybody else. But yeah, that answers the question. Where are you located? I'm located in the Atlanta area. So if you're in the Atlanta area, hit me up, man. But I'm located in the Atlanta area. I'm really west of Atlanta. So in a place called like Douglasville. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I mainly market in the Atlanta area. I do go into other parts of Georgia and stuff like that. I've even like went into like Birmingham. I went into Tampa. I went into South Carolina. So there's other areas that I'm going into, but I mainly stick around Atlanta. And I never go inside of Atlanta though. So I stay outside of Atlanta and outskirts. I'm a big component of finding those smaller markets and then dominating them. Not the rural markets, but the smaller markets and dominating those smaller markets. Just hit them up, and rack up as many deals you can in those smaller markets. So I'm in Alabama with the flip, man. That's what's up, man. You in Birmingham? BR Properties Investment. Are you in Birmingham? Because I've been trying to crack into Birmingham, man. I ain't got no deal, but I'm looking over there. I almost had one, but it fell through. Yeah, I learned everything. Well, I don't know everything, but I learned a lot of stuff from the Flip Man. I was on Flip Man show. I'll probably go back on this show at some point, probably this summer, because he helped me make over 100K in a year. So that's pretty big. Hey, BR Properties, are you looking at Tuscaloosa? Are you looking at Tuscaloosa or what? Because I'm hitting up Birmingham. I'm hitting up Jefferson County, and I'm hitting up Shelby County. Those are the two counties that I'm looking in. I saw Tuscaloosa, and I was like, man, that may be a little bit too far out. It seemed a little country too. So I really didn't look over there in Tuscaloosa. But in Florida, I'm over there in Tampa. I had an appointment over there in Tampa. I got somebody to go check it out, take pictures or whatever. And that went real well. We're gonna see if we can get that property sold. I don't know what's gonna happen with that one, but like I said, we've went into other places in Georgia, Augusta, Savannah, went into South Carolina, Columbia, Greenville, places like that. So Charleston, stuff like that. But anyways, most of that stuff is in Atlanta, on the outskirts of Atlanta. So I have a video where I talk about what areas you need to target. You need to target those smaller areas where it's not too many people, but you don't want that junk to be like rural. Like you don't want that junk to be country. Like it can't be country. It has to be, most of the time, if it's close to like an interstate or something like that, those are good areas to hit up if it's close to like an interstate or something like that. But anyways, y'all got questions, man. Hit me up. Let me know what's holding y'all back on getting started wholesaling, or if you wholesaling, what's the next move? What you thinking about doing next? So, if you got anything that's holding you back, or you have anything that you think you don't quite get, just put it down there, and we could talk about it. Like I said, I know it's still some stuff I struggle with in trying to build these systems that I still got questions about. It's like, man, I need to figure out like the business side of figuring out how to grow a business, you know. What about mobile home parks? So mobile home parks is cool. I know people that wholesale mobile homes. It's kind of like wholesaling cars or whatever. But if you're trying to buy mobile parts, now that's another thing. That's completely different. Um, I know the guy that's on the Bigger Pockets podcast talk about mobile home parks all the time, and I listen to that stuff. And if I build up, I'm looking to build up capital in wholesaling to buy stuff like mobile home parks, to buy stuff like commercial buildings, mainly like apartment complexes and stuff like that. But if you're talking about buying mobile home parks, that's a big thing. You got to have that's more of a commercial asset. But when you're talking about trading, or you're talking about selling mobile homes, yeah, you can wholesale mobile homes, but they're more like cars. Um, yeah, they're more like wholesaling cars, where you buying and selling. So do you send DM for the VAs? Do I send you? Yeah, yeah. Send me a DM for the VAs, man. Send me a DM. Just say, hey, I want that VA list, and send me your email address to my DM on IG. So how's business so far? Business has been good, man. Just locking up deals. Like I said, I was telling everybody I got a new deal, 8K deal that's coming in supposed to close in 7 days. I got a 10K deal that's supposed to close in within the next 2 weeks. I got a 20K deal that's gonna close June 3rd. I got a 15K deal that's in probate right now. Don't know when it's gonna close, but we getting through that process, so it may close, within the next few weeks or so. Then I got a 10K deal that's gonna close sometime this summer. So it's been going good, man. And I got another deal under contract. We're gonna see if we can get that one sold. So it's going, man. Just trying to keep it going, trying to level up, trying to create systems and stuff like that. That's kind of where I am now. How would I market to them? Damn, that's a good idea. On those mobile home parks, what I would do is you can do bandit signs. Do bandit signs and put them around where mobile home parks are. I would do bandit signs, put them around mobile home parks, or just put a bandit sign that says, "We buy mobile homes," and put your phone number on there. Bam. And then if somebody was looking to sell their mobile home, they'll just call you. So that's what I would do. I would do bandit signs. I think that's the best way, because it's gonna be hard to find mobile homes. I don't know if you can find mobile homes on Prop Screen. I've seen some mobile home on Prop Screen though, so you may be able to use Prop Screen to find mobile homes. But I would do the bandit signs. I think they're probably gonna be your best bet. Bandit signs. We buy mobile homes. Put the phone number on there, and then just go from there. So this good. My market is crazy right now, bro. Yeah, the market is crazy, but still deals out there, man. It's a lot of money to be made. Market crazy, but hey, it's a lot of money to be made. Better jump in while you can, man. So that's all I can say. Uh, that's all I can say, man. just start doing something. Just become active, man. That's what you got to do. And like I was telling people last week, the best thing you can do is start like reading books, man. You start reading books and developing your mindset. I always say, now my saying right now, and I'm probably gonna make a shirt. It's like mindset over skill set, man. That mindset is big. You get the right mindset, your skill set won't matter. None of that other stuff gonna matter. You get the right mindset, and you'll get deals. You'll get your first deal. You'll get more deals. You'll build your business. You'll get where you want to go if you can develop that mindset to get you where you need to be. Yeah, what's up, Cass, man? Yeah, I'm early, man. My family got a little get together they trying to do. Got people in town that's drove a long way, so I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing early so I can get up with them a little later. So, any advice on trying to get your first deal? That my advice on trying to get your first deal, one, would be just to get more active, man. Be active, like get it, like watch these lives, like get obsessed with learning more about the game, but then get out there in the field and start, working, man. Whether you got to go knock on people's doors and ask, hey, are you interested in selling your property? I work for an investment company that's looking to purchase properties. Go out there and do that. Knock on people's doors if you can't do nothing else, right? Try to put out banner signs. You can make banner signs at the house if you want to. I started out, I was making banner signs at the house. I didn't get no deals off of it, but it made me more active. It made like I was being active. It's like get out there and just start talking to people, like TTP. Talk to people. Everybody that you come in contact with, just say, hey, look, man, I start working with a group of investors that's looking to purchase property, and see if anybody might be interested in selling a property. Or maybe they ain't interested, maybe they know somebody, or maybe they don't know somebody, but they'll run into somebody. So just get out there and start talking to people, man. That's one of the biggest things. You try and get your first deal, just get out there and start talking to people, talking to people, talking to people. That's what you got to do. Yeah, I'm in Georgia, man, around the Atlanta area. That's kind of where I am. So got two in my pipeline. That's what's up, man. Yeah, 2 deals coming. That's what's up, man. I got too many deals and at the attorney's office right now. I got to get them out of there. So any advice for wholesaling land? Oh, land. Yeah, land is pretty much the same, but I haven't wholesaled any land. So I don't know too much about that, but I have ran into people that wanted to sell land. I just never messed with it because I don't know people who buy land because I haven't looked for people who buy land. But I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as properties. Find people that want to buy, find people that want to sell, and then just put them together, create you a spread. That's all I would do with selling land. So how do I find investors looking to buy? Hold on, y'all. I gotta go let somebody in the house. I'm gonna come back and answer these questions though. Give me 1 second. No. My bad, man. My bad. Had to let somebody in. So how do I find investors looking to buy? Prop Screen. Go to Prop Screen. You'll find investors looking to buy. Look at all the properties that are sold for cash. Bam. Go skip trace them and call them or text them or call their agents, right? And you'll get a hold of them. I made a video on my YouTube. You can go on YouTube, look up Byron Scott Real Estate, and you'll find I talk about different ways to find buyers. You can look on Facebook. These Facebook groups got buyers that's interested in selling and stuff like that. So that's how I find buyers. And the more buyers I'm telling you, the more buyers you find, you'll get bigger deals. You'll find more properties, and that's how way you become active. And buyers will be reaching out to you, asking you, do you have any properties that they can get? So just go find you a bunch of buyers, man, and that'll help you out big time. Ain't a such thing as too many deals, man. Yeah. Hey, sometimes it is, man. If you can't manage it, man, so many deals, it's like because I'm basically running this almost by myself. It's so many deals trying to get through the pipeline. It's like, dude, I gotta build a team. Like, you gotta build a team. Otherwise, like, some of these deals start falling through on you. You're not able to follow up and do what you're supposed to do to make the deal actually happen. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it do get to be too many deals, and you gotta hire some people. You gotta get some people around you that can help you out, stuff like that. So yeah, Facebook groups is good, man. Find buyers. How quick can you pretty much close a deal with title company? Well, it depends on the title company. Some are slower than others, stuff like that. But I mainly try to depend on a few that I know. So in the Atlanta area, I use Chalk. Well, anywhere in Georgia, I use Chalker and Chalker. They in Kennesaw, Georgia. But I also use Larkin and Hunter. They're like real local people that I use around here. And they usually close my deals in at least 7 days. Like 7 days, done. At least 7 days, the deal would be done. Deal will be closed. So I got one right now. It's supposed to be 7 days. I need to go ahead and close that in 7 days. So it's kind of what I'm, that's kind of the timeline. That's fast as I can get it done. So depending on how long it take for the title to come back clean. Yeah. So title got to come back clean. But if it's a clean title, some title companies take time and like will, it will drag on and on and on and on, even if it's a clean title. And some title companies that get that title back fast. So you just gotta you gotta stay on them about, hey, look, when is that title gonna come back? Hey, I need it back. This deal need to close fast, stuff like that. You gotta stay on them. And that's kind of what I do. I stay on them. I stay emailing them. I stay calling them all the time about my deals to make sure they go through, because I had a 20K deal one time that didn't go through because the title company dragging their feet, stuff like that. So not gonna let that happen again. At least I'm trying my best not to. Sorry, do you know anything about VAs? How can I get one? Hey, Samantha, if you send me a DM on IG and just let me know that you want the list of VAs, I'll send you my list of VAs. It's like 70 VA emails. I'll share with you that list. So share with me, DM me your email address, and I'll send you over my list of VAs. Wow, yeah. I had a 20K deal. Lady wanted to close fast, and I sent the paperwork into the title company or whatever, and they just drug their feet. But it was my fault, though. I say it's my fault because, like, it was when I first was getting started, like my second month trying to wholesale, and I wrote a contract, and I put the closing date to be like 12 days out or something like that. And then next thing you know, title company didn't handle their business, and they was dragging their feet. And next thing you know, it got to the end, and the 12th day we didn't close, right? Well, 12th day we didn't close. The property owner called me and was like, "Hey, look, we didn't close on the day we were supposed to close. Basically the contract is over, and I'm gonna go and sell the property to somebody else." So, bam, nothing I can do. Tried to talk to them, be nice, whatever, but there's nothing I can do. They moved on. I missed out on a 20K deal, and that was pretty tough. But you just gotta keep moving. 20K deals come and go. So you just gotta keep moving, man. I know it's crazy to think that 20K can come and go, but 20K deals come and go. You just gotta keep rolling with the punches and keep moving. So I just got my team in place. We rocking and rolling. Good for you, man. I'm trying to be like you, Cass, man. Trying to get my team together. Like I said, most of this stuff been me, a couple of people that's been able to help me, but really don't have like a solid team and solid systems put in place. So, but yeah, man, I'm working on trying to put everything in place, and stuff like that. So thank you for sharing your journey. God bless you and your family. Appreciate it, Mark, man. Mark, appreciate it, no doubt, man. It's definitely a journey trying to figure out this business. Especially, I'll tell you all the time, it's like I don't know anybody that's doing any kind of business. Like nobody in my family is an entrepreneur. Nobody that I know is like an entrepreneur. No, I don't know anybody in real estate. I barely know anybody who own any property, like even a house. So it's just different, man, when you don't know business at all, to trying to shift into that mindset, especially when you've already gotten into basically MJ DeMarco writes his book called Unscripted. But when you live in a scripted life, like you go to school, get good grades, go to college, graduate, you get a job, and you're working that job, and it's like how getting out of that mindset and getting in the mindset of an entrepreneur, where you don't have any examples of entrepreneur, you don't know anybody, you can't talk to anybody about this stuff because you really not anybody that you really trust and know, because you don't really know anybody to do any business. So it's kind of difficult trying to get that mindset. That's why I try to stay up on these books and stuff like that. I really need to surround myself with more like business-minded people, right? But it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, who can I trust? Like, I'm hanging out with strangers talking about business. But yeah, man, I just got to surround myself with business-minded people, and start talking to them and learning and stuff like that. So that's one thing I need to do. I know I need to work on. But yeah, so it's just been, like I said, that mindset piece is really big, and something that when I was starting out, I was like, man, mindset, whatever. I need to figure out how to get a deal. But when I actually got a deal, when I actually started getting successful, I look back and was like, dang, nothing happened until I started shifting my mindset and started reading books and stuff like that. So I know, a lot of that stuff, a lot of people don't do, but a lot of people ain't successful at this stuff. So I would encourage you to just build up on your mindset. I gave y'all a lot of books in the last IG Live, but there's a book I told people about a book called Turning Pro. It's by Stephen Pressfield. Turning Pro is a good book. It just talks about how, you go from being an amateur, where I am basically, where you're just trying to do stuff and you don't really have a plan, you don't really have structure or anything like that, to trying to turn pro, where you have a plan and you do things a certain way, and you have, strategies and ideas. You have all this stuff written out and stuff like that. I also went to like a conference back in 2019 too, that talked about like writing everything down. Everything you doing, write it down. All your processes, all your systems, write all that stuff down, so you'll know what the heck you're doing when you're building your business. Just write everything down. That was something that I took, and I'm trying to do even now. It's like, write all my systems down. Like every little task that you're doing, write all those tasks out. Like all the little details, like every single step. Write every step out of what you're doing in your business, because then you would be able to pass that on to somebody else, and somebody else would be able to carry out that task. So I really wasn't doing that at the very beginning, but now it's like I'm trying to write down all the different tasks and put every little step in there. And I put all these steps in there, and that way I can hand it over to people and they can follow the steps, and then bam, they can do it. So that's kind of what I've been doing, what I've been trying to do, but that's not easy, creating all these different documents, putting these documents together and stuff like that. That's not actually making you money, but it's creating a system that's going to make you money. And you got to be able to see that, right? That's not easy to see. That's not easy to get, so that's just, and that goes back to that mindset of working and understanding, what this is trying to lead to. So definitely have the mindset to do this. Yeah, dude, that mindset is big. So how you make your business scalable? That is how you make your business scalable. And like I said, I'm just learning that. I ain't no pro at making. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to scale my business up. Like I've been able to get deals and I've been able to close deals, stuff like that. But once I figure out how to make it really scalable to where I can really build it up, that'll change the game for me. So that's kind of what I've been working on doing or trying to do. Like I said, I've been closing deals and making money, but the system is not fine tuned. It's not, it's just kind of like a go. It's like a hustler. You're just hustling, right? I'm hustling every day to keep it going. But until I can create systems where I don't have to hustle every day, I'm going to have to still hustle. And this one dude, I forgot his name. God dang. He wrote the E-Myth Revisited. It's like, as much as your business is dependent on you, then it's not a business, right? If your business is dependent on you, then it ain't a business. Because if you get hit by a bus today, your business is dead, right? Or if you can't do something, your business is dead. Like it don't even exist. You want to be able, your business to be able to run without you, right? So that's a business. But anyways, can you speak on the 80-20 within the 80-20 within the 80-20? Dude, the 80-20, so the 80-20 rule is like 80% of the people, so 20% of the people will produce 80% of the stuff, right? So 20% of wholesalers is basically doing all the deals. And most of the people ain't going to do nothing. So 20% of the people on this live is really going to take the stuff and do something with it, right? And within that 20%, there's there's another 80-20. So out of the 20% of the people that's going to do something, only 20% of those people are going to actually follow through with it, right? So the 20% and within the 20% is crazy, you know. So you're trying to be a part of that 20%. You're trying to be 20% within the 20%, right? The ones that can really follow up and follow through on what they can do. And I heard this on a podcast this morning, and Eric Thomas talking about this too. It's like people never, like, you got to expect certain things out of yourself. You got to expect to keep your own word. Like, if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, then do it. Like I'm telling myself, I need to create systems. I need to do it. I need to go and create these systems, right? And if I go and do that, if I actually follow through with it, like I can say I need to create systems, but will I actually follow through with it? And if I follow through with it, then I will become the 20% of the 20%, right? So that's the thing, man. And then holding yourself accountable, right? Eric, that famous Eric Thomas video, you owe you, right? You owe you. People always talk about, you know, if they ask somebody else to do something and they don't follow through, why didn't you do it, right? But he always say, you know, people never look at themselves and say, why didn't you do this, right? Holding yourself accountable, and telling yourself that you owe it to yourself, right, to do it. Just like you would hold somebody else accountable if you wanted them to do something. So that's pretty big, and that's something I'm trying to do, and that's something I know I need to do, in order to help my business, help my systems grow, and just grow as a person too. Like, there's another quote that I like, and one guy said it. He was like, someone's seldomly will your personal success exceed your level of personal development. Basically, if you're not developing as a person, your level of success is not going to go above that. Like, you're not going to be more successful than what you develop into as a person. You need to focus on your personal development, because that personal development is what's going to lead to success, right? And I see the same thing. It's like, once I became a better person, I just didn't become a better person at getting deals and wholesaling. I became a better person in different areas as well. And that's kind of, you know, what I've seen in trying to get into this business. You know, my personal development has led me to become a better businessman, become a better husband, become a better father, become a better friend, become a better teacher, become a better, all that's different stuff. And I grew and become successful in these different areas. People are like, dang, you're successful at a lot of different stuff that you do. It's because of the personal development that I'm trying to become a better person, and I'm trying to develop my mentals to build and to grow, right? So that's a big thing. The Law of the Lid, I never read a book called The Law of the Lid, Dad. You got to tell me about that. When I get off this line, I'll call you and ask you about the Law of the Lid. But anyways, so I do that you do remind me of this person talked about the bottleneck. Like, what is the bottleneck in your company? And I'm basically the bottleneck, right? Because there's not a system. So like, I'm a bottleneck because once you get to a certain point, I got to do something, right? Once that lead so I got the VA calling. The VA calls, they send the lead to Podio. Now I got to call that person back in Podio. I don't have no system for somebody to call that lead back in Podio. So I'm the bottleneck. That's where the deal stops, and I'm stopping it. So I need to create a system where somebody is calling that person back in Podio, locking that deal up, and then I got to create the whole system to get it all the way through closing, right? So I'm basically a bottleneck for my company, and I'm holding up the progress. Well, until I build the systems to be able to release that bottleneck, to where I hire somebody and their job is to call that person back and to get them under contract and to do all the stuff that I would do. Until I do that, then I'm the bottleneck of the company. I'm kind of holding that back. So that's why when you're building a company, you got to build these systems so that you're not a bottleneck, right? You're not holding it back. Like, it's not your business is not waiting on you to do something, right? It got to be able to run on its own instead of waiting on you to make the next move or to make the next decision before anything can be done. So that kind of reminded me of that. Just trying not to be a bottleneck of my company so that my company can grow. But anyways, it's getting close to 6 o'clock, man. So I'm about finna have to head out and go meet up with the fam. My brothers are coming into town with the family, so we gonna get the kids together and stuff like that. So I'm finna have to be out on y'all. Really appreciate y'all coming out, always supporting me. Go check out my YouTube if you haven't. You can go look up Byron Scott Wholesale or Byron Scott Real Estate and check my videos out. Go subscribe. Soon I'm gonna be doing these lives on YouTube. Hit me up if you got questions or anything like that. You know I got you. But anyways, appreciate y'all coming out. Hit me up, like I said. Check out my YouTube, all that good stuff. Share me with your friends, and all that other good stuff. But until next time, guys. Next Sunday I'll be back. I typically do this at 8 o'clock. So typically it's at 8 o'clock. So you can tune in at 8. If anything changes, I'll try to put that out. But anyways, y'all be good. Peace out. Have a good week.